like even for me, before we got married, as I was considering marrying you, I I felt like I loved you. I loved the person you were, but I didn't feel any love with you.
You holding me accountable to the agreement that I made in the beginning. And if you can't hold each other accountable, if you can't uphold your end of the bargain, then don't get married.
And now that I'm thinking about it, I think subconsciously, like I was seeking someone who would be a strong leader. And even before I met you, the church that I was in, like I saw nobody that I saw would be a good fit for me.
I'm not your responsibility. No, I'm your responsibility for life.
That's how I feel about it too.
So what you mean? Hold up. What did I just agree to? What happened? Did I just get tricked? What? If I delete this, does it count? Because I think your personality works well with my personality. I think I have a domineering personality. You have a more passive personality. But ultimately I think we balance each other out, and that's something that's very important. Balance.
I do, and I have a passive personality, but I'm not so sensitive. I can be, but I think you can be kind of harsh sometimes, but it don't really
Bother you?
yeah. Maybe I'm just used to it.
No, I
Uh
mean, but I don't think you ever had a problem with it. I think. Let me ask
yeah.
you. Let me ask you this. You've been knowing me how long? 12 years, 13 years. We've been married 11.
A little longer, I think.
Really?
But
Okay. So out of the time you've been knowing me, how much do you think I've changed as a person?
not much. You matured, but not changed. I won't say you changed much.
I'm still the same person I've always been.
But you've matured for sure. Um, but like your core person, I don't think you've changed
Right. So when you
that
say,
much.
that's what I'm saying. So I think I've always been kind of me in the sense of I'm very opinionated, right? The way I see it is the way I see it. And I have no
Yes.
problem saying it. If
Yes.
I'm wrong, correct me. If I'm right, respect me. Hey,
Yeah.
I've been saying that for years. Now, yeah, first time I said it on air, but I've been saying that for years. If I'm wrong, correct me. If I'm right, respect me. So, um, so if I hear somebody else saying it, if y'all heard it, y'all heard it here first, all right? But
Mm.
yeah. So what? If I've always been like this, do you think you had to adjust, or you think you like it grew? I think it's been like that from the beginning. Like you've always been who you are, and my personality
Yeah.
didn't have a negative impact on you in that sense of me being abrasive, I think, or direct in some of the stuff I say.
No. And I think now that I'm thinking about it, I think subconsciously, like I was seeking someone who would be a strong leader. And even before I met you, the church that I was in, like I saw nobody that I saw would be a good fit for me. Like
Wow.
it's their zeal for the Most High, for God, their desire to, study the Word, it just wasn't there. Not how I wanted it to be. Like I wanted someone with,
I was
a
gonna take it
strong zeal.
serious.
Yes, if you're to be the spiritual leader of this household, like you need to be on it. And I saw that in you. That's something that I
Yeah,
saw
I
in you.
remember. I remember when we were in Houston, and I was working full time. I was doing the radio show, the What Scriptures That radio show. I was teaching Shabbat lessons, and I was doing the conference calls. And I don't know if you remember, but outside of work, all I did was study the Bible. I had 2, 3 Bibles open, at the table. And then I was in the bed. I can remember sometimes looking over and seeing this look of like just satisfaction, joy. Like you really enjoyed watching me just dissect the Bible. Just be. I remember that. I do remember that. I think
Yeah.
I want to think there's a picture or something that captured that
Mm,
moment, one of those moments, or maybe just a picture in my mind.
yeah.
And your hair was shorter, which I didn't like that. I couldn't believe you cut your hair off like that.
Mm.
But anyway, bald heads, but
Okay, that's another thing,
yeah,
y'all.
well,
I've done some things to please my husband and his preferences.
and you done some things not to. But go ahead. What
I'm
you about
just
to say?
saying, like my hair, you want my hair to be long, so I put forth efforts.
Now, let
from
me
her to
say this. Let me
grow.
let me say this, and I appreciate this, right? I don't think I've ever really expressed how much I appreciate this because I feel like you mentioned it so many times after it happened. I didn't really realize at the moment how impactful that was or how big that was for you to do that for me. But the nose ring,
Yes, that's all I was gonna bring up
yeah,
next.
the nose ring. I thank you because that really didn't sit well with me.
And I still want my nose ring.
That shiny booger on the
Whatever.
outside of your nose.
11 years later, I still miss my nose
Hey, I
ring.
still miss gold. I still think about getting gold teeth. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like my grill. I ain't
Oh
want, and if
God.
I get if I don't want snatch outs no more. I'm gonna get
Oh,
permanent gold
seriously?
teeth.
Like you for real
I
would?
still think about it.
You no,
I'm not
you
gonna
would
do it.
not. But
I don't know, man. I, don't, I might
if
get
you worked
65. I
online and
might
you
go
didn't have to
ahead
get
and
on the
just
camera and look
go and get me,
professional.
huh?
If you worked online and didn't have to get on the camera and look professional,
I don't care about what people think. I
well,
don't
they
care,
care about what you think.
huh?
How you gonna provide for
Man,
our family with gold teeth in your mouth?
behind if I can afford gold teeth in my mouth, I can afford to provide for my family. If I'm 65, they grown anyway. You know what I'm saying? They all grown. They making their own decisions now. Like they ain't gonna be influenced by a 65-year-old
So
at
we
their
gonna be
age.
65 getting gold teeth and nose ring.
I don't know how the nose ring. Now, I ain't say that. I ain't say because I get gold teeth, you can get nose ring. They ain't see. Y'all heard the conversation. That was not agreed upon right there. She showed with a nose ring to tell me if she's sneaking around putting gold rings in her nose. Y'all let me know.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna just wear it while you at work.
No.
Come home, take it out.
You know the children gonna tell on you. They gonna
I'm gonna
tell,
tell you,
huh?
but it ain't gonna matter
What?
because you ain't gonna see it.
Mhm.
It's for me.
Yeah, I know it's there. I know. I call video chat you. Cut the video on. Let me see your face.
Cover my nose
Yeah.
up.
Keep a coffee mug in front of your face while you talk now.
Talk to your face turned to
On
the
one
side.
side, yeah,
Yo.
no. But no, I can appreciate that. Have you? Can you think of anything I sacrificed for you?
Mm,
I ain't made no sacrifice for you.
that's
I feel
tough.
like I did.
You can't think of nothing either.
I'm not really trying to think. I was just waiting to see what you was gonna say.
Okay, you should be trying to think.
Well, I'm trying to talk. Okay, we won't have blank air on the radio.
I can't think of
You can think. Can
anything.
you talk louder while you?
I can't think of anything.
I sacrificed for you. That I gave up for you, man. I'm sure I have. We have to come back on that one. I don't know.
Hmm.
But once again, thank you. I just want to do. I do appreciate that. You know what?
You're welcome.
There's some other things that you didn't do that I fought for, but you can't have it all, right? But yeah, ultimately, man, love is separate from happiness and marriage, and I think love is a part of marriage. I think it's it'll be there. I think it has its place, but I don't think marriage is predicated on it. I don't think a lifelong relationship is predicated on how you feel and love. I think feelings, love, hate, joy, like, disappointment, all those things are part of a relationship. They come and they go. It's ups and downs.
Right.
So don't let it be a defining factor.
And like even for me, before we got married, as I was considering marrying you, I I felt like I loved you. I loved the person you were, but I didn't feel in love with you.
Right.
And for a moment, that was a hold up for me because I'm like,
So
I feel like I'm
I'm
supposed to
supposed to
feel
have this
in
feeling.
love.
Right. Right.
I don't feel like I'm in love. I do love him as a person, and I do like logically, rationally, I see him as a good fit for me. I see him as a good husband for me, but I don't feel in love with him. And so I actually called my friend and I discussed this with her because she was my only friend that was married.
So that's another thing. You sought out counsel from a married person, not your homegirl that thing. It's not no relationship. You know what I'm saying? But a married woman. So what was that?
You said that with a little spite.
Yeah, because that's a lot of women do that, man. They go seek advice from bad sources. You know what I'm saying? You don't go to a mechanic about financial advice. So anyway,
So I only had
what
one
you?
friend that was married,
Yeah.
so I called her and asked her, and we had a good conversation. And she talked about the fact that being in love, that's fleeting, that's a feeling
It
that
come and
comes and
go.
goes. And so, and talking to her really encouraged me, and uh, calm my nerves. Hmm.
Well, I'm glad you got some good advice. Praise the Most High for that. So, I mean, at the end, let's go ahead and wrap this up. We got about 30 seconds left. So, with that being said, I do love you.
I love you too.
I'm not in love with you.
Hmm.
I like you more oftentimes than I don't.
Oh, we gotta wrap this up now.
Huh? Well, I mean, it's been an hour. We're right at the hour mark. I think it's a good hour
Okay.
mark. You got more you want to say?
No, I just wanted to add a little tidbit. I should have added it earlier,
Yeah,
but
go
I was
ahead.
thinking like when you're talking about a woman divorcing her husband because of something that he did, whatever,
Yeah,
whatever. In a way, for me, my how I view it, kind of
yeah.
view it as not a cop out, but you're giving him a way out of his obligation, his responsibility,
Oh, that's a good way to look at it.
because he made a mistake, because he made a blunder. So now you're relieving him of his obligation
And
to you,
I think that's
and
how women back then looked at it. Like, I'm
so
not about to
yeah,
let you go
that's
be with
how
her.
I
Like,
view it.
no. Like,
Like,
you stuck,
no,
like, you
I'm not
married
gonna
me. You got to
divorce
provide for
you
me. You got to take care of me. You got to, just because you couldn't
just because
control
you
your
did
urges. And
something
now all of a sudden,
stupid.
I'm not your responsibility. No, I'm your responsibility for life.
That's how I feel about it too.
So, what you mean? Hold up. What did I just agree to? What happened? Did I just get tricked? What? If I delete this, does it count? Oh,
I'm just saying that's how I view the situation. Like, if you go out and do something stupid, or if you, I don't know, drink too much dum dum syrup and start acting like a dummy, I know you're still obligated to me and my family, our family, these children. Like, no, even if you make bad financial decisions, infidelity. Now I say that I haven't experienced it,
right.
so
But in
but
principle,
but in principle, you start wilding out, drinking, clubbing, whatever. No, that's not gonna. I'm not leaving you.
get them gold teeth, sisters.
Yeah, gold teeth. You can afford them. You still can afford to provide for us.
Sell them gold teeth. Now I'm walking around with no teeth in my head because I had to pay these bills. Boy, that's
That's
cold.
right.
Now you stuck with me now.
Go
Now
get a job where you ain't got to talk.
we going everywhere together and I'm smiling. With a whole hole in my head. I'm smiling right for everybody. Yeah, she wanted me. I'm obligated to her. Close your mouth. No. Who whistling? Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, it makes sense
And
though.
not even that you're rich, or wealthy, but you have an obligation
Yes.
to
Yes.
us, and
And that's accountability too. That's you holding me accountable to the agreement that I made in the beginning. And if you can't hold each other accountable, if you can't uphold your end of the bargain, then don't get married. Marriage is
hmm
not an accessory. It's not an ornament. It's not a ring that you show off to people. It's not something that you get that you just actually get, but it's not something you tell people, right? It's a lifelong commitment between you, your spouse, and the Most High God, and people got to take that serious.
yeah.